two people stand there and they're like, oh, this is going to be easy.
Yeah.
Wiped.
I love K2SO.
Oh, he was bad.
I think he's a great character.
Yeah.
But just like Cassian Andor,
I know.
like, I mean, all those characters work as a team. That's why I like Rogue One, because they all have their own separate little quirks and identities, and they bring something different to the table. But to split that off and just have one or two characters in the one series, it's just kind of like, I don't think you're an interesting enough or an important enough character to follow for 10 hours.
And I also think, and Black Widow suffers from it as well, I also think that when you've seen how a character dies and what their most heroic moments were, going back to try and tell you something else is almost like...
Yeah, it's kind of...
why?
Although, Solo was a good movie.
Yeah, but I don't really count. Solo's still alive. He's coming back.
He was stabbed through the chest with a lightsaber.
We didn't see him die, though.
Apparently he's going to
be... You saw the entire Star Killer base explode.
Apparently he's going to be a Force Ghost in the new one.
A Force Ghost?
Apparently Luke's going to bring him back as a Force Ghost, and Harrison Ford will be in the movie.
Class.
I
can't wait to see Ralph Garvin's impression of that. It's like the gay ghost John Travolta thing mixed with his normal Harrison Ford impression.
So we got the Rise of Skywalker poster.
We did, yeah.
With the Hot Toys Palpatine.
Was that that wasn't a joke?
It's Hot Toys.
Really?
It was such a bad poster too, wasn't
it? It was awful.
Interesting thing that I found out was... I can't remember, I was watching something online, they were talking about Lego sets from the new movie.
Right.
There's like a pod racer and there's like things coming out, ships and Kylos, blah blah blah. But one of them is the tractor beam pole thing that Obi-Wan was on in the Death Star?
Yeah.
That's in the set with Obi-Wan. Because apparently, and if you look at it, the thing that Kylo Ren and Rey are fighting on is that.
Oh, whether
on its side.
Is that?
It's that on its side. And if you look at it, I think it is.
Oh my god,
that's going to be bad.
Yeah, so apparently that's why.
Well, in all fairness, that was in the first Death Star. Would they have one of those in the second Death Star?
They would, yeah. Yeah, they're using the same blueprints.
Yeah, but apparently it's going to be one of those. There's a lot of rumours going around online. We're not getting into too much about what's going to happen in this movie and everything else, but a big part of them is that they're going to go into time travel.
Oh,
I had a feeling this is going to happen.
No.
As in the world, it's the worlds within worlds that they sort of explored a wee bit in Rebels, where Palpatine can sort of see time and live in different times.
Well, technically, he almost got through the portal, so his hand got through the portal. So maybe he's got some sort of residual, energy from that.
Well, they're definitely going to. I think they're going to.
That would be pretty cool if they do it.
I think they might. Hopefully, they're not going to go back and retcon anything.
No.
But I think they're going to, because I've heard that there's going to be, like, Alec Guinness is going to be in this as well, like a flashback, or you're going to see certain events. There's going to be deleted scenes that we haven't seen before from the movies used to tell the story from a different point of view and all this kind of stuff.
I would be back.
From a certain point of view.
But the interesting thing about it was, and nobody has actually talked about this, and I always thought it was a really, really, really strange line, was in A New Hope, whenever Luke has C-3PO and R2-D2 and he's cleaning them up and everything.
Yeah.
C-3PO says to Luke, is there anything I can do for you? And he says, not unless you can alter time, speed up the harvest, and get me off this rock.
Yeah.
And C-3PO says to him, I don't think so, sir. I'm only a protocol droid and not knowledgeable of such things. Like, why does C-3PO not say to him, well, of course such things aren't possible?
Wait a minute. No, just...
Which to me, and I talked about this long ago, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is that I have always thought that there might be time travel in the Star Wars universe somewhere.
It makes sense, because if you look at the old... I love the Old Republic stuff. And even stuff after the three main movies. That there was types of like Sith magic that they could actually there's one that I would love to see on like in the big screen. Is there was I can't remember his name, but he was a very powerful, very very powerful Sith that could actually bring like spirits of the dead to be on his army.
Okay.
So there was like the Rancor. He could bring the Rancor. And there is basically a spirit ghost.
Okay.
So like the Jedi, like Luke's army would have to, well not Luke's army, but Luke's Padawans had to fight this Sith Lord.
Yeah.
And this Sith Lord basically was just wiping them completely apart. And he never had a lightsaber. So that's the one thing that kind of knocked them off, because they've been trained as if someone has a lightsaber, you have to duel them.
Yeah.
And they were never trained to duel like that. So I want to see that up here, and that, I think we used to said it way before, long time ago, was what I love to see is Luke and Snoke, that they're still in the movie, but they're Force ghosts, and they're basically fighting like like you've got basically Rey and Kylo fighting in the physical plane.
Yeah.
But you have them in the. Cause we've never seen the other side. We've just seen the ghost appear and their nod, and that's all we've seen. We've never seen the other side. But there's even like comic books and stories back like with Palpatine, where he was captured and like they captured him with his Force Ghost. Remember he was doing the cloning stuff where he cloned his body. How they captured him at the very end, they basically just sealed him away, and that's something I'd love to see them put it into the movie. Like I'd love to see them actually have like I don't know, say like Sidious has got so powerful that he can actually bring back the dead.
Well,
in a way, you know.
Well, so, yeah, that is the one thing that I've always wanted to see is Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really, really
Well,
cool.
I think it will. I think this will tie into the new movie.
It feels like it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
At the point, like, yeah, it's a great scene. It's probably my favourite scene from the prequels. The scene at the opera. But he goes like, I know if we work together, we can discover the secret.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what were you doing all that time?
Well, I think that's obviously going to play into it. And I mean, like, whenever The Force Awakens, Father Sheehan is a friend of mine, and like, the text messages he sends me about Star Wars, I have to go into encyclopedias and try to work out what the hell he's talking about. But, like, he has always maintained that it has to be Palpatine behind all of this.
Do you want to know what I think it is? Do you know with the Rebels? Because that kind of opened my eyes up to a lot of stuff. Was when, like, the entire time in the Rebels, Sidious is trying to break this barrier down to get into this place to basically control time.
Yeah.
Like that, if he got that, he is God.
Yeah.
And he took him away. But that, for me, I don't believe that's the only temple. Like they do say that's the only place where you can enter it. I think the entire time, yes, he took over the entire the whole galaxy, but we know like from like the movies and comic books stuff, like, he's got loads of outposts and loads of different like secret laboratories and stuff. I think that he somehow died because I didn't die, but it's still alive because like when you see him going through it down the reactor, that's his spirit obviously being like thrown everywhere.
It's not an explosion, that's like energy.
So I think basically some Sith magic that he's reformed himself.
Yeah.
Not like he's there, but like if they try and attack him, like they'll go right through him.
One of the big rumours is that you will see him in this movie and he is basically wrecked. But
like
that he did save himself and he pulled himself together. Kind of the same way as Darth Maul didn't
Yeah.
You know, the Sith anger almost just kept him alive. But the other, again, we're talking about rumours here and I don't know what's real and what's not real. And we'll talk about the new trailer that dropped as well. But you know, the fleet of Star Destroyers?
Yes.
If you notice, those Star Destroyers aren't, they're Imperial Star Destroyers.
Yeah.
And apparently the idea is that Palpatine has been living out in the Outer Rim. And he has actually amassed this army again.
The edges of the Outer Rim,
and that those things are going to be piloted by the Sith troopers.
They had an opportunity to cover up. I know, so Thrawn would have been.
Thrawn was too far.
Yeah.
So that's another big rumor at the minute. But let's talk about the trailer. So we got the trailer, which was like 2 minutes, 15 seconds, a minute and a half of which was. Remember all these bits?
Yeah.
And
then like Red Eye C-3PO.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you something now, right? See that shot in the new trailer where C-3PO's got the red eyes and he sits forward like that? That is the most Star Warsiest Star Wars shot that has ever Star Warsed in the sequel trilogy. Isn't it though? It looks like something was filmed in 1977.
But let's talk about the thing everybody's talking about.
Dark Ray.
That to me, that
looks adorable as a Sith.
If you actually look at it, the color treatment on it is brutal. If you look at that scene, it's so bad. It's like throw a red filter on that.
Yeah. But isn't she adorable? She's a little sweetheart.
She's such a good looking girl. Like.
But no, not even about looks. She just looks adorable.
Yeah, look at her. Look at her.
She stabs you.
You better be careful. The sisterhood will be after us.
And her little double-bladed lightsaber. Like, there's no way in Sam Hain that this woman will turn to the dark side. No way.
Total misdirection. That's a dark vision.
It's a vision. Of course it is.
That's a vision Palpatine's going to give her.
Yeah. See if you genuinely go down this road and you make Rey a bad person, there is no way in hell anyone could buy that.
We see
she's got the face of a hero.
One of the rumours of it as well is that it turns out that while her parents were nobody particular, her grandfather was the Palpatine.
Yeah.
But then who was her parents?
Whoever Palpatine had sex with had a kid. That kid had sex with someone else. That Rey.
But wasn't it hinted at that Vader was Palpatine's son? Kind of.
It's not really.
He manipulated the midi-chlorians.
Yeah, and made the Immaculate Conception.
Yeah.
Do
you know what would be absolutely hilarious, and it would wreck Star Wars forever? Rey is Shmi.
We talked about this. This is a rumor.
That would wreck.
This is a rumor that Rey goes back in time and becomes Shmi Skywalker.
God, if that happens, I am
Holy
done
hell.
with Star Wars forever.
Yeah, it's brutal. It better not be the truth.
I don't think they go that far back.
Well,
I really
that is one of the big rumors.
That's a big rumor.
That she goes sent back, loses her memory, and becomes Shmi Skywalker.
Yeah, she's just become...
That's horseshit.
Like, she gets dumped down on another desert planet, this time Tatooine, and because like her brain's fried from fighting Kylo Ren or whoever, she just has no memory of who she was, and she becomes a filthy junk trader.
On all first, I don't think that.
No, they better not.
No, I don't think
really,
that.
Could be.
They better not.
Now, one of the more exciting rumours that I'm hearing is that we will see flashback scenes in this, which will have Luke training Leia.
That will be badass.
And will explain that Leia left the training because she became pregnant.
With
Ben Solo.
Right, okay.
And we're also hearing that Leia will die in this movie, a la Yoda.
Oh, she'll just be sick and
She'll
unwell,
be,
and then she'll fade away.
and that Luke will come to her and say to her,
nice
I have something that I need to have one more lesson to teach you, and then that'll be... But then another rumour is that the two of them will come back as Force Ghosts and will fight the Emperor along with Rey and Kylo Ren at the end.
Cool.
That'd be nice to see.
That all four of them will come back.
So it's like the rise of the Skywalkers taking on the Emperor, like that type of thing.
This one thing that would really annoy me about all this, right? And I like Rey. I hated the last movie. I do believe she's a Mary Sue. I do think they might explain that. The rumour is that if she's Palpatine's daughter, that he may have been, that he may have trained her, and that he may give her abilities that she doesn't even know how she got.
Okay.
If they do that, okay, explain it well, I'm in.
But not even that. He doesn't have to have given her any abilities. He could just be the little puppet master behind the scenes, just making sure everything lines up perfectly. So
like he was controlling Snoke and he was controlling her and everything else.
Oh, 100%. He was controlling Snoke. That's all who Snoke was, the right-hand man for Palpatine.
But look, here, the thing that would annoy me, right, and again, it's not because of sexism or whamming or any of that crap, but if it turns out that Rey beats the Emperor and that Luke and Vader and all those things were just leading up to Rey, forget about that.
Yeah.
Count me out.
Because you're ruining the whole thing for all the classic fans.
It was Luke Skywalker, it was Darth Vader's story, and true that his son finished what he started. That's the story. So they better not go down this kind of...
I don't think...
it's nothing to do with Luke anymore, it's all to do with this girl.
No, but it's also... They also realise that there's like... It's kind of like Ghostbusters. There's a massive cult following.
But they don't care about that. They've proved that already, they don't care about that.
But if they do something like this, the consequences from that is going to be... They'll destroy them.
Star Wars,
But if you think about it... Okay, think about this. That's their money maker.
Yeah.
And they're poking with it. But if they poke too much, then that's it gone. They've blown that entire deal. Anything that comes out, even this Disney Plus, here's new Star Wars stuff. Don't care. You've ruined the movies for me.
Right, we'll talk a bit more about that as we go on. Right, what else we got? The Mandalorian trailer, which we talked about already.
Yes.
Love the look of it. Aesthetically, it looks beautiful. Trailer didn't tell us anything though.
That's good.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
But I still want to know something.
But you know what? It's a first look, Mark. It's a teaser.
But it's out at the end of next month.
Exactly. So imagine how great it'll be whenever we see a little
I know.
more.
All I'm saying, I did like it. I'm excited for it. I just hope. To me, the future of Star Wars, going on how the movies have been going, is on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
That's Star Wars'
definitely.
future.
Especially with this trailer. Like.
Yeah. You have this and the Obi-Wan, and you've Cassian Andor, you have all these things.
And it gives you more room to breathe.
Yeah.
It's not like Solo where it's like, well, we'll have to get all this together in 2.5 hours.
Look at the
take your time with it.
But look at the Clone Wars. I was like, I can't watch a cartoon of it. And then I watched the entire lot of Clone Wars, and then I was excited for Rebels. So I think, in all fairness, with the movies, if you see on the movie, you're going to go, oh, for God's sake, there's another movie. But if it's a TV series, you're going to be excited to go, oh, that's this. We're going to meet this guy, or maybe they'll go there.
Did you watch the last anime series?
What, Rebels?
No, the one after that. What do you call
Resistance.
it? Resistance.
No, I never. I've heard like it's rough. And they've got a season 2 coming out, I think.
Yeah, but the thing was, when it came out first, it was like, this is the future of Star Wars. This is the next big chapter. Season 2 trailer came out. This is the end of this series.
Yeah.
People weren't watching it.
No one actually paid attention.
The guy that directed Battlefront 2 has said that there's no plans for Battlefront 3. Nobody wants it. The Star Wars comics are ending. Yeah. Solo tanked. I honestly think there's a very big lack of excitement for Episode 9.
But I think it's got to the point where you're going to go, all right, so next Christmas another one. Oh, here's another Christmas one. Oh,
do you think so though?
I think so.
No,
I don't believe that.
It's the decline in quality.
I think it's the decline in quality as well.
It is.
You can look at the Marvel movies. Marvel sometimes are releasing 3 movies a year, and they're making more and more and more.